Hello again, welcome back to Football Spy, and congratulations to all of you Arsenal fans who probably have sore heads from celebrating the fact that Adebayor is on his way out of the Emirates Stadium. The Mail have it right with this headline today: bye bye Adebayor. It's more like good riddance from his Arsenal teammates and supporters alike. Only the legendary Mike Bassett, have a look at that movie if you can, and probably Joey Barton have been more unwanted by their own club's fans and teammates. And £25 million from Manchester City is gold dust for a player that Arsenal fans thought they were stuck with. Now, to all of you who've invited me to your Adebayor celebrations, well, I'm sorry I'm stuck here, but just to keep you up to date on his progress, he's basically waiting for a work permit, which should come through today. Then he's going to head out to the City tour of South Africa before going off to Abu Dhabi to meet the City owners. What I would say is that I think City will get a different player to the Adebayor from last season. The rumours are that he was none too pleased at the booing that he got from his own supporters in his first game back after his contract wrangles last summer, and decided to jack it in. Maybe you Arsenal fans might actually rue the fact that you've let him go. Anyway, who's going to replace him? Well, I can tell you that all of you who've been bombarding us at Football Spy that it definitely won't be Klaas Jan Huntelaar at Real Madrid. Spurs have moved in for him, but he's already agreed a deal with Stuttgart. He really wants to go there. And it also won't be Edin Dzeko at the German club Wolfsburg. Contrary to reports, Arsenal could afford him, but AC Milan are in pole position to sign him, even though he wants to sign a new deal at his current club. Obafemi Martins at Newcastle would be cheap at around £10 million and could do better, perhaps in a better side, so we'll reserve judgment on him. The Bordeaux striker Marouane Chamakh has so far been the favourite. He's in the last year of his contract, which means that even in this crazy summer of transfers, he would go for just £7 million, maybe a little bit more, but he would still be a bargain. Sunderland, Spurs and Aston Villa also like him, but none of them would be stiff competition for Arsenal. But I can tell you there is a new name in the frame from the clouds. His name is Demba Ba. He's 24. He plays for the German club Hoffenheim, and Arsenal was speaking to them about him only this week. I know some of you switched on Arsenal fans are not convinced by him, but Man United, Chelsea, they've already scouted him, and incredibly, he was rejected by Watford as an 18-year-old. He's been at Hoffenheim since 2007, and he's hit 23 league goals in 57 matches, a strike rate of just under 1 in 2. Arsenal are going to have to move fast if they want to wrap this one up. Anyway, just before we move away from Arsenal, there's one other line for you. Arsene Wenger moving in for the most highly rated prospect at Chelsea for years. He's 17, he's from London, and his name is Frank Noble. He's a goal-scoring winger who can also play up front. Chelsea are desperate to get him to sign a long-term deal, but he won't do it because he's had a look at Malouda signing a new deal, and also Yuri Zhirkov coming in on the left-hand side, and also the fact that Joel Cole's going to be fit next season, not to mention the fact that Didier Drogba and Anelka play up front. Arsenal's head of youth development, Liam Brady, tried and failed to sign Noble as a 15-year-old, but I don't think Arsenal will find it anywhere near as difficult now. Time for your messages. And Joe Quillam's a Liverpool fan. He says here, reports emanating from Italy say that Liverpool are weighing up a move for the Roma midfielder Alberto Aquilani. Is it true or not? No, that's not true, Joe. Red Devil says here, if Man City make it into the top 4, Chelsea will go out. They're getting older, and if JT goes to Man City, it will only make things worse. A rather delirious bad half is among a number of you Arsenal fans who can barely type for being happy about Adebayor. And finally, Ted Riley says here, I haven't been this happy since a rather generous girl in my junior school agreed to go out with me. Easy Tiger. Across North London, there are dark clouds looming over Spurs. The story the other day linking 36-year-old Figo with you, Spurs fans, was a hoax, but the rumours linking former Arsenal captain Patrick Vieira, who's now 33, are most definitely true. He's at Inter Milan at the moment, but the bad news doesn't stop there. He's keen on coming, say the Independent, and B, Harry Redknapp's ready to offer him a staggering 60 grand a week. Vieira and the Arsenal fans must be laughing their socks off. What's perhaps not so funny is this story in The Sun, which completely backs up Sir Alex Ferguson's decision not to spend any more money in the transfer market. Spurs have turned down a £14 million bid from Sunderland for Darren Bent, which is a disgrace considering that they don't even want him. Spurs want nearly all of the £16.7 million that they paid for him from Charlton 2 years ago, and we wonder why clubs go abroad to look for players. Time for Shame the Player, and a big thank you to all of you for all of your suggestions. But I like Roy the Vanessa Tigers' suggestion. He wants to shame Fraser Campbell. Now this is brilliant. Roy says here, only one player in my mind, it's Fraser Campbell, who agreed to sign for Hull a month ago and then let his agent dad pimp him a better deal with Sunderland. He then said he would sign after the Euro under-21s and then after his holidays, but managed to come back early for a Sunderland medical. Well, good luck warming the bench at Sunderland next season, Fraser, and expect a warm welcome at the KC. As you can probably gather, Roy's a Hull fan. Spurs are also involved in this next story in the Star. It's about the two young Sheffield United players, Kyle Norton and Kyle Walker. Everton agreed a fee for both players and were about to do the deal until Spurs piggybacked them, offered more money, and now look set to blow them out of the water. The players could, and I think should, still go to Everton, but a fair in this instant, money may well talk for the Blades. Just a reminder, also to keep your entries coming in for the Frank Ribery competition for the boots. The rules are still the same. You guess how much he goes for, we pick you, you win the boots. And no to all of you who asked if you win, if you guess that he doesn't move. No, you don't, but keep your guesses coming. 3 more stories for you, and of course Mark Hughes at Man City continues to blatantly tap up the Chelsea captain, John Terry. This is the back page of the Times. Basically, Hughes is saying that it's time for Terry to enjoy a new adventure. I think Hughes himself might be enjoying a new adventure if he doesn't get City into the top 4 next season. And just a quick one there actually. Who do you think will be the manager under most pressure next season? Wenger, Fergie, not spend that much money out of the Ronaldo dosh. Hughes, Redknapp, or maybe a manager of the promoted clubs? Let me know. I must also tell you that there are lots of stories doing the rounds in Spain linking the former Arsenal winger Jose Reyes with both Liverpool and Everton. I'd be surprised if that came off. And Goal.com say that City's next signing is very likely, for marketing reasons, to be none other than David Beckham. He must be delighted that his teammates at LA Galaxy are turning against him. They've got quotes on the site from a chap called David Pullen. He's a marketing man at City, and he says how he wants to increase the club's worldwide fan base. I'm back to try and increase Football Spy's worldwide fan base tomorrow. However, I fear I'm fighting a losing battle. I'll see you next time.